Thank you for listening to the Failsafe Moment. Grab a cup of coffee and let's join Rob Statham for another informative discussion helping people learn from things that go wrong.
Welcome everybody to Failsafe Moments. My name's Rob Statham. I'll be your host today. I have a surprise. This is an interview with someone that attended the Latent Cause Experience, and I had the opportunity. It's not just anyone, it's my son. I have Jedediah in studio with me. And about a year ago, I had the opportunity to take him with me on a training trip. We were in Oklahoma, and his spring break coincided with this, so he was able to come and attend the Latent Cause Experience. And it was quite interesting. It was a fun time for me. He helped me a lot. Tremendous help. But he also was able to sit through the class as an attendee. So, Jed, welcome to Failsafe Moments. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
I just wanted to talk to you, your impression, right? I mean, I've been around it and I lead it and train it, but I wanted to let people hear your perspective. You've heard what latent cause analysis is growing up in our house, but what was it like going through the 4-day? Were there any surprises?
The first thing that surprised me was how interactive and hands-on it was. It wasn't just a sit-down lecture and talk about the process and how we can learn from things that go wrong. We actually got to go through event and work through the evidence ourselves, which was a lot of fun.
You thought it was going to be more classroom style lecture, and that would get old. 4-day class of a monologue. So no, it's certainly not a monologue, and most people I think are surprised by that. That's one thing they like. What else did you glean from that week?
I was surprised as the week went on how I learned I play a bigger role than I expected in things that go wrong around me, because a lot of times when a major failure happens, I just assume, well, it was the people directly involved, right? I'm far away from it. It's not my problem. I contributed nothing, when I could have done something as simple as like not picked up my trash, that then they saw that and thought it was okay, that then led to bigger problems down the road.
Yeah, the influence we have, for sure. That's, I tell people, as you know, at the beginning of class, I say I see it all the time. People come in thinking one way, and 4 days later they leave literally thinking a different way. It gives you a different perspective, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing that surprised me was the culture it promotes is fun to be around culture. Everyone has a good time, and it's not... A lot of times you can get in classes and people don't know each other and don't want to take the time to get to know each other, so it can get very stiff and just another box to check, but this wasn't that way at all.
Yeah, you leave like you've made new friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, we kind of have it set up that way on purpose. I want to break people into groups, because honestly, the success of the class depends on the attendees that are there, their participation. If people show up and they cross their arms and they're not going to participate or share what they're thinking in the group discussions, it could be a tough assignment for sure. But when they do start sharing the different perspectives that come in, really, really adds value. So if I were to ask you, put you on the spot, what did you learn? What was new? I mean, because you had an idea of, just from listening to me on the periphery, about latent cause analysis and those types of things. What seemed new to you, or what did you learn from those 4 days?
definitely that blame is a lot more of a problem than most people think, because it shuts your mind off that you had anything to do with it. You were just not part of it.
Yeah.
So your brain just doesn't try to solve the problem. It just says it's so-and-so's fault and I don't have to do anything about it.
Sure. Yeah, blame's a big one, no doubt about it. That's why we ban blame with the process. There's no way. They're literally inversely proportional, right? If you blame, you cannot understand, and if you understand, you cannot blame. That's true. What else?
That we're all involved. A lot of times it seems like with such a big world and a whole bunch of people around you, like you're just one speck on the seashore, and that what you do isn't really affecting anyone else, but just little things you do, people pick up on and act on, and you'll never even know.
Yeah, everyone has an influence, and everyone plays a part. That's one thing that I know. People they hear me say it, but they don't see it until they actually have an opportunity to participate. Because when something goes wrong, we just have a tendency to think it's someone else's problem, and we don't realize that we're all attached at the hip. We do. We all influence each other. And the ripple effect may be different. It may be less of a ripple effect, but everyone has a ripple effect and are influenced by that for sure. What else did you learn?
That there are no small problems. They're just problems we can leave alone longer that won't hurt us for a longer amount of time. Like leaving your stove on as high as it goes, that'll hurt you pretty quick. You'll burn your house down. But not picking trash up off the floor, it takes a lot longer for it to build into something greatly problematic to you.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard it put that way. That there aren't small problems. Obviously, there are small problems, but I hear what you're saying is what's causing those problems. What's causing the small problems will cause the large problem, and if we don't act on it, if we don't recognize it, so we can act on it, that's exactly what, causes. Wreaks havoc within organizations and families, right? I mean, within lives. So overall, did you enjoy the experience?
I did. I had a really good time there.
Anything else that you learned or surprised you? Or
we talked about how we affect the culture more than we think we do, but the culture affects us whether we think it does or not. We can't sit in a culture that's bad and expect to go home and not have any influence from that.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to describe it like cucumbers in a vat of vinegar, right? Eventually you're going to pull out a pickle, and there's nothing the cucumbers can do. And you can fire the pickle and send them down the road and throw another cucumber in. But until you address that vinegar, that pickle juice, you will continue to be struggling with the same types of problems. Yeah, it's like going around the mulberry bush. Yeah, that's good. So, were you happy you attended?
I was very happy I attended. It was it caused a lot of thinking on my life and things I'll do and the reasons behind why I do them. Like nothing, people don't just take action for no reason. There's something influencing their actions.
I guess I probably should have done this at the beginning, introducing you. When you went through the class, you were 16. 16. Now you're the big senior. On campus, you're 17, but you've had a year to reflect on it. But the comments I received from other attendees about you, right? Because obviously they were participating in the class with you, and they complimented me on how well you handled yourself, talking in the groups and being part of it. And all I kept thinking about is going, wow. For the longest time, talking with Bob Nelms and other people, affiliates with Failsafe, we've wanted to get this process, right, because it changes the way you think, into schools for young people. And that's what I thought about. I thought about, man, my 16-year-old son is actually getting something that, getting to learn something and think about things that I didn't think about. Honestly, I mean, I was in my 30s before the concept even rubbed off the back of my brain. As it fell to the ground, it took a little while for me to pick up on it. And what an advantage, right? What an advantage to life when you can go through it understanding that. So, yeah, that was good. I had good feedback from the people there, which was fun. So, what would you say to someone listening who should go to the 4-day Latent Cause Experience?
Anyone who has problems and wants to know why the problems come up and what to do to make them not come up as frequently.
Yeah. So not just people within an organization. It perhaps families. Your sisters, would your sisters like this?
My sisters would definitely like this.
Would they know that you went through it? I guess that's the $1 million question.
When I apply the process, yes.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, I think, for each of us, right, is we gain knowledge, but it doesn't really do you any good if you don't apply it, does it? So, well, I just wanted to capture your thoughts on attending the Latent Cause Experience. I know it was a lot of fun, and I don't think I've actually sat down with you and talked to you one-on-one. The things you've gleaned, I've heard them bits and pieces here and there, but I don't think we sat down and just had one conversation about it. So thank you for your time. I certainly appreciate it. Any closing words that you'd like to share, or thoughts that you have the overall time?
Yeah, just don't leave stuff unchecked that you can easily solve. Like, because it will compound into something that'll take a lot of work to take care of instead of just something you can solve real quick.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, well, that does it for this edition of Failsafe Moments. I hope you enjoyed listening to Jed's take on the Latent Cause Experience, some surprises he ran into, and some things he also learned. And just invite you. It changed my life. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I did. I came in thinking one way, and I left thinking another. And it was using the process and leading investigations and realizing every time I do this, it changes me, and for the better in a very healthy way. And you probably have some idea of that, but if you haven't had a chance to attend a Latent Cause Experience, I highly recommend it, and I hope to see you at the next class. Until then, take care.
Thank you for listening to the Failsafe Moment. We'd love to hear from you. Share your comments and questions below, or contact us through our website, www.failsafe-network.com. Once again, that's www.failsafe-network.com. Until next time, have a great day.